In this Barbados, Caribbean in the 21st Century Challenges and Opportunities trip, we were able to delve deep into topics regarding history, government, reparations, and even climate change initiatives and research in Barbados. After landing, we were welcomed into our student orientation and headed to our dormitories to settle in at the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill campus. Day 1 was our walking tour of Bridgetown, where we learned some brief history of Barbados and how the capital got its name. As the first of 4 towns that we visited, we naturally had much to learn about the history of Barbados and how the culture came to be in the area, from anthropogenic history to the marvels of its engineering. After our tour, we visited what became one of our favorite beaches, where we explored the result of the geologic nature of the island and the corals that once lived there. Day 2 was where we really learned the history of Barbados, the enslavement of the Republic with Dr. Carter, where we got an in-depth understanding of how the island's past history influenced present day. Many of the sugarcane industries still exist and are a main source of income for the island, which is why we visited a processing plant as part of a distillery. We continued our tour with our most treasured part of the day, a surprise visit to Quarry Spring, where we had the honor of seeing Rastafarian culture and the sustainable wonders they created from the ground up. Next was our tour of Nicholas Abbey with Dr. Hume, where we navigated the space of how a slave plantation became a place of tourism and the complex decision to make history more comfortable for all who walk through the doors. We became especially attuned to who tells the stories we portray as history. Day 4 was one of my personal favorites, where we learned about human geography and climate change initiatives and challenges through lectures and tours of Walker's Reserve with Dr. Cumberbatch. Walker's Reserve is an old quarry being turned into a productive green space. We had the honor of exploring its beauties, and we even got to see its weather station. Next was exploring the infamous Harrison's Cave, followed by a sanctuary. We all made a few animal friends this day, a few turtles and birds, and even a small crab later on in the day. By day 7, we were comfortable with the lay of the land for a free day, where my peers and I further explored Holetown and Bridgetown before returning to our dorms and getting to know our UE hosts through a fun game night. Our last full day in Barbados included our final dinner together as a group, and in the morning we took a quick trip to explore Speightstown and finished our journey with seeing the infamous Rihanna Drive and the house she grew up in before heading back to the airport. This experience was nothing short of life-changing. In just 8 days, along with learning about all of these critical topics outside of the classroom, we were able to learn about, understand, and enjoy the culture of Barbados in an appreciative way. These are lessons and experiences that will never be possible to replicate inside of a classroom. To fully immerse students' minds and become responsible adults, it's imperative to be granted the opportunity to expand our horizons and learn something new. This is why study abroad opportunities like Barbados are so important, so that students are granted the opportunity to become someone better than those before us.